Morning. You're not early, I'm just late. I think this is right. Trying to install the new client. Hopefully this does it. Agree to their Prima Nocta. Okay. And we hit play. Right? That's all it takes. E7 won't open. I don't know. Looks good. You're stuck here. Daily web event is gone? Gone, or is it just gone on the client? Can you change the aspect ratio at all? Oh, well that's weird. So no full screen support, huh? No, I mean no widescreen support. I might like the background battling. We'll have to see. Aspect ratio is the same though. I mean, I know I can... You know what I mean, right? Like make it 16:9 instead of 4:3. Wait until yeah. Let's give it a few minutes to get its things done here. Right after I click play. No, Tammy, I'm not talking to you today. You bother me every single day. You can just go to the voicemail. After I click play, that loading screen won't open. I mean, try a full restart of your computer and make sure you meet the minimum requirements. I don't know. I'm going to have trouble troubleshooting it since I've never even installed it. So far, it seems to be running smooth here. You might need to uninstall and reinstall the entire stove client.
My secret to same-day delivery? That's classified.
Try right-clicking on the stove and giving it administrator privileges too. Sometimes that gets around antivirus and firewalls. Make sure you're telling your antivirus to ignore this program. Okay, we're in. Now, can we make it full screen? Okay, so we can do that. So, like, you can see just the edge of the outline up here in the corner, right? There's a moose, or there's a deer head hanging on this wall. You can see it in full screen mode, so there's a lot that's off of the screen. I'm curious if there's a way to... I mean, I don't do it because this fits better into my streaming overlay, but I know a lot of people liked having it in widescreen mode so they could see stuff that was off the screen. I have to see if I can get into that. Let's look at the settings. Nothing to change here. Alt enter into full screen, that's fine. Touchscreen visual effects, whatever. Special effects on. No options to adjust. Alt enter. Yeah, that just takes it into full screen, dude. Here, let me see if I can show you. One second here. Thanks, not a hero. I'm still feeling a little rough, but better than last night. So, this is widescreen mode. You see what I mean about how much more of the lobby you can see? Let the background fade away here in a second. See, I got the deer head on the wall back there in the corner. You can see more of the gates. See, versus the client. That's what I was asking about, if there's a way to have the PC client go into widescreen mode. Not that I care that much, because I don't run it in this mode. I run it in this mode because that's how I record. It works better with my OBS overlay and all that, but I know some people like the widescreen mode. They get to see a lot more that's off of the screen. You get a screenshot of this to send to the devs. Okay. Thanks for being patient, guys. Excuse me. Okay. So how is it? Oops. Where'd it go? And when you're disconnected, it just throws you right out, huh? Yeah, I knew it logged me out, but I expected it to just log me right back in. It actually, like, closed it. Oh, that's fast. I like that. That's giga fast. Does it still flashbang me in the sanctuary? It still flashbangs me in the sanctuary, but that's pretty smooth. Moonlight Theater was always slow to get into. Let's check that out. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's like being on a phone, guys. It's giga fast.
What do I sell? Well, come back soon.
Valky said he had it running while he was doing RTA, while background battling was going on, and he was playing another game on the side, and he was still maintaining 120 FPS. No watch ads, huh? We send that to him too. Okay, I shot that to him. No watch ads section. No enter coupon codes. No web event. Okay, so there's no place to enter coupon codes, there's no place to watch ads for stamina, and there's no web event. So that's a whole ass thing. I assume that's still there on other emulators, right? You can still watch ads and you can still enter coupon codes. Everybody else have that on emulators and on devices. But no web event on mobile. Okay. They just don't have a web event running. Okay. You know, if they find some other way to give us the goodies from a web event, I won't miss it. The web events were annoying. Okay, come home, Conqueror. Why is this taking so long? So that was still kind of slow to load. I mean, this isn't the client's fault. It's accessing the web. It's a little smoother than LD9. I know, like, it's accessing the special event way faster than LD9. It's getting into the sanctuary faster than LD. It got into Moonlight Theater quicker than LD. So yeah, not that LD was bad. LD was really, really good. How's it doing on resources? Hang on here. It's using a lot more RAM than LD player. It's a little more resource heavy, but it is running at a much higher higher level. No, it was slow, but it was faster. The doors, it got to where the doors open a lot quicker. And by a lot quicker, I mean like a half a second quicker. I mean, it's if you got a decent PC, both are still fine. I enjoyed using the Google Play Store beta. That makes one of us. I did not like that at all. Thing I like about this is it's running off of their own store, right? Their own launcher, like Diablo has, like Blizzard has, like Steam. They're going to try to create some synergy between their games, and I think that might really help promote the brand a little bit. being able to have all of your stove games get recommendations. I think this is really good for Smilegate in general, and indirectly really good for Epic 7 too. I think this is a good move for them. Where'd my game go? Game, there we go. Yeah. Some people really like Google Play. I didn't like how often it crashed. I didn't like the limitations of it, but for smoothness, it was a very smooth play using their launcher. I'm curious if they're going to still continue to support the Google Play launcher, or if they're going to phase it out and redirect people here. It would be in their best interest to do that. My impressions of Schneil so far are I haven't pulled him, so we'll find out soon. You're using it on RX 570, 8 gig, and it's working really well. I'm curious if people are able to run it under spec, because remember, it was kind of over spec for what we thought a launcher should have. Is there any other eccentricities anybody have noticed? Right now on my bug report to Smilegate, I've got that it doesn't appear to have any widescreen support. There's no button for watching ads, and there's no button for entering coupon codes. Anybody else have anything for me to add to the report? $1050 Ti GPU user here, and it barely uses 20% of it. I don't know why they're asking for 1060. Is it a... It's a GTX, right? I mean, they may have just been over-speccing it to avoid problems, right? They may have just been saying, hey, go for these specs minimum, because that's the slowest computer they had there to test it on. Yeah, they asked for GTX, not RTX, so that's why I was asking. Yeah, I wonder if the minimum spec, I was like, this was the minimum computer we had in the office to test it against, so I guess if we say anything under than that, it's untested. Yep, I mentioned that. I'll go ahead and just screenshot you there, Inferno, if you don't mind.
For 21:9 mode, playing this on 16:9 on a ultra-wide monitor is a sin.
No penguin slider. I'm tempted to send that to him. Real talk? What's this? Impressive. Can you do that? Do you have LD player display? Can you do that with LD player? Okay, no worries. I know LD player is a lot more gentle on resources than BlueStacks. That's why I was curious about the comparison. By the way, I'm sending all your stuff directly to the CMs. See? This client consumes significantly fewer resources to LD player. Okay, excellent. How good are the hotkeys? It seems like there aren't any hotkeys. And that's one of the complaints, no key binding. Google Play Beta crashed like crazy for me when I did RTA, and it made me mad. This is just the PC client. Just the PC client in Discord. Yeah, Discord's a freaking resources hog for sure. No, you shouldn't need a VPN. Yours just closes after you click play. Anybody else running into what Vida Ramos is running into on YouTube? That they click play and it just closes? Okay, hang on. Okay, I just asked for help on that info. If they have any, if they have any ideas how to troubleshoot or figure out what's going on with that. I turn off my VPN. It's probably that. Are all you guys having that trouble running a VPN? What's this here? Oh yeah, we know that they overspec'd it, right? The question is, did they overspec it because they didn't have a another computer, you know, a slower computer to test it on? Can I use that client with only 4 gig of RAM here? You can try it, but it might not open or it might crash because you have little RAM. Just make sure you've got nothing else going on. Yeah, you want to see that? I'll pull it up again. Hang on. It's using 1.1 gig of RAM. With the launcher using almost nothing. Like Firefox, to have Firefox open to talk to you guys is literally using more RAM. But yo, looks like it could run with 4 gig of RAM. Just realize you're running under spec and you might crash. If you play it and you crash or have lag issues, go into settings. I guess you can't turn the settings down, right? They turned off the things where you can turn the settings down. You could disable visual effects and special effects. That'll take away like the sparks and stuff. That'll reduce the load on the RAM. But that's about all you can do if it has issues. You like it nice and white. Let me see. I only have one complaint. Sometimes I can't scroll through unit selection before hitting the start button. I'm not sure I understand what you're saying. My issue is the resolution. Yeah. A lot of people are complaining about no full screen mode. Or no widescreen mode, I should say. I'll go ahead and post that up too. Try auto hunt? Sure. You mean quick battle or background? It's so slow and laggy, guys. It's like they're running underwater. Look how slow it is. Kidding. Full screen, you're going to want to, if you hit full screen, it does this to you, right? Make sure you either double click the white bar or click the box up here to do this. And then to get rid of that white bar at the top, you hit Alt Enter. Hang on 1 second, guys. Sorry, guys. You can enter full screen in settings. Yeah, but not widescreen, right? Obito? I mean... Still no response back for the CMs. To be fair, all of the CMs are offline right now. It's still kind of early in West Coast. They might not be in office yet. Yeah, Alt Enter takes you in and out, guys. And like I said, if you're having trouble with Alt-Enter just doing this, make sure you double-click on the white bar or click the box at the top to get it like this, and then Alt-Enter to full screen to get rid of the white bar. So far, so good. I don't like no full screen support. I don't like not being able to have a coupon code section. I don't like not being able to have the place to watch ads. But that's... You know, it is a pre-release, right? It might be stuff. I really don't like there not being any way to keybind. Not having keybinds is a big problem for a lot of people who want to do things like reroll Secret Shop. So I don't think it replaces emulator for a lot of people, but it's very, very smooth. It's like we're playing on a mobile device. And it uses so few resources. I really like that. Yeah, there probably won't be keybinds. I'm not gonna lie. You'll probably need to use external software to click and all of that kind of stuff. What's this, Anyo? Click the top thing to turn this back into a square instead of a double square. And see if you can manually drag it all the way on your screen, Anyo. Once you've manually dragged it... Ah! It just threw it off into the other monitor. See if you can get it that way. Okay, in the meantime, let's pull Schneil. How do you remove the bar at the top? Hold down the Alt key to the left of your space bar and hit the Enter key on your keyboard. You got it to look like this, right? Alt, Enter.
By King's decree, leave. And shut the door.
You can remove the white bar in settings as well. Where? Yes, Alt Enter works, guys. Yeah, and make sure it's the Alt key to the left of the space bar, not the right. Okay, you guys ready to pull for Schneil? Let's see how this goes.
It's time for me to get back to it. I've been putting off all this paperwork.
I don't know if that was loud for you, but that was giga loud for me, so... Ah. Okay. How's that? Is that too loud or is that good? Predictions up, guys. Anybody on Twitch wants to spend some channel points and see how lucky or unlucky I am today? I want you all to remember, last time I went to pity, so obviously that means this time I don't go to pity, right? Right? Hey, thanks for the Prime sub, my friend. I really appreciate the support, buddy. Thank you so much. GD username, what the hell? Have you had issues with the PC client so far? I don't like that there's no widescreen support. I'm going to have to answer this question a lot, so hang on here. Hey, another primer. Thank you so much. You rock, man. I appreciate you. Morning, deity. Okay, that's about all we got so far. Everything else seems pretty smooth. Okay, all the votes are in, so let's get to pulling. I hope you brought some luck with you, deity. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Hey guys, something just happened there. Yo, it's the Curious I always wanted. Let me see. Come on, let me back in. God damn it. Okay. Hey guys, Holiday Euphine is subbed to my channel. Nice. Thank you for the Prime, my friend. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Come on, Artifact. Yeah! Yes! I was hesitant there. I was like, oh shit, it's gonna be off banner, you watch. That's awesome. That's awesome. Artifact in the first 10 pull. Alright. Off-banner already suck. They suck big time, but fact of nature. I like this artifact. It's nice to have more alternatives to Guardian Ice Crystal, especially since that artifact's not coming back. I might even buy that one from the shop. Yo! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! 30 pulls! Easy game. All you haters, how many haters were there? You know what? 65% of you guys were believers, and you get rewarded for your faith. Oh, I didn't do my free summon. Wouldn't it be funny if he popped out here? Is he in this? He's not in this, right? I don't think they get added to the free summon until after the banner. Yeah, he's not in this. He is? Where? Nah, he's not there, dude. Yeah, you can't luck sack him off Cubs. Same thing with Elemental. He won't be in the Elemental list either. Not until after the banner's over. That's when he'll fall to the specialized list. Yeah, after the banner ends. Let's see. Oh, he's probably stuck in storage. How's the PC client? So far, so good. Not having the key bindings is going to be a deal breaker for a lot of people, I'm afraid. But it's buttery smooth, and so far, no crashes. And I think it requires way less. I think the minimum requirements are way lower than what they initially said. Guardian, sorry, let me see. What did you say? I was probably in the middle of pulling and... have I ever made a tutorial on how to set up secret shot macro, or can I maybe vouch for one? I cannot, as an official content creator for Epic 7, recommend, endorse, or explain how to do things that violate the terms of service as per the contract I signed when I became an official influencer. But you do you. Jump into Discord, start asking around. People will explain to you how to do it. Just remember that if you do things that violate the TOS and Smilegate decides to crack down like they never have before, you're putting your account at risk. How's that for an official pat response? Yeah, you use something that plays the game for you. I mean, I'll be straight with you, man. Tons of people do it, and Smilegate has never lifted a finger to stop them. But that doesn't mean they won't. Tons of people logged onto each other's accounts, which was always against the TOS. Smilegate never cared about it until suddenly they did, and they got disqualified from the World Cup. So, and the excuse of, well, you never cared before... Well, now they had reason to, so suddenly they do. So if they ever decide to care, it could cause you problems. But until they decide to care, I don't know, man. It's like making a conscientious decision to drive over the speed limit. Everyone else is doing it. Why didn't you get the guy who's going faster than me? The cop's gonna still write you the ticket. So as long as you're willing to accept the responsibilities of your actions, you do you. But I can't give you a step-by-step explanation of how to set them up. But I'm sure if you jump in Discords, somebody will show you how to do it if you really are down for it. Let's see. I think with how, you know, this guy's entire thing being able to destroy DDR and watching how good he was when Sue was using him last night to DDR, I think there's no reason to Grace of Growth just to test this guy. I think we just go ahead and build him. secret shop macro, Phoenix. He's over on the YouTube side. And I can't blame him. The secret shop is miserable. Smoggit really needs to make that less unpleasant. I can show you this, right? It's not a macro, it's still manual. But you can go into the secret shop, right? And you can do this on LD player. Can't do this on the PC client yet. And, on LD player, let me get it over here. You want to go over and click this little keyboard icon. If you don't see this keyboard icon, click this double arrow at the top and bring this keyboard icon up, and it'll show you this screen, right? And what you're going to do is, let's imagine I actually have Epic 7 up and running, right? Over top of the refresh button, you'll click a spot here and assign the letter Z to it. All right? And over here, where the confirm button, after you've bought something in the shop, this confirm button pops up. You click on this, and you'll put the letter C here, right? And then you're going to click and scroll up, like you're scrolling through the shop, right? Like you're doing this action right here. And you'll put the X here. And I use Z, X, and C because they're all right beside each other on the keyboard. And then you click save, right? And now every time I hit the letter Z, let me get rid of this. Now every time I hit the letter Z, it clicks this spot. Every time I hit the letter X, it clicks this spot. And every time I hit the letter C, it does this. So I can literally go Z, X, C, Z, X, C on LD player, and then you don't have to use the mouse. You can just sit here and go ZXC, ZXC, Z. Oh, there's one. Buy it. ZXC, ZXC. It makes it a little bit easier. That's what they call hotkeys. That is not against the terms of service. Now, setting a macro up to run in the background to recycle a shop, and then you can go upstairs, watch TV for half hour, come back downstairs, and you've got 500 bookmarks and thousands less golden mystics. That's a macro, and that is something that's technically against the terms of service. But that's how you can set up a hotkey on LD player, and that's what most of us do. Hopefully that helps you out. Bye, money man. Go be an asshole in someone else's stream. How does Smoggit catch macros anyway? Is there auto detection? You will be surprised what developers can see behind the scenes. They would definitely be able to see if you do it. Mostly what they'd be able to detect is that you're clicking the exact same pixel perfect every single time. And there's no way they wouldn't, no way a human could pixel perfect click the same spot every single time. If they cared for it and they wanted to go after it, then they could find it. But realize that terms of service are there for two reasons. One is to hold them harmless from legal actions, so you can't say, hey, my game got deleted because I used this third-party software and you need to restore it. It gives the ability to say, no, you signed an agreement saying you would obey the TOS. The TOS said you wouldn't use those things, so get effed. You can't hold our feet to the fire and make us restore your stuff. And the other one is so that they can actively ban people after they have spent money on the game, after they have bought the product. They can actively ban people for breaking the terms of service. They can say, we don't care how much money you've spent in the game, it's not your property, and we're allowed to ban you for any of these reasons. And that gives them the ability to go after people who do things that damage the game, that mess with the competitive play of the game, that lag the game, running 10,000 versions of BlueStacks to re-roll accounts, and suddenly we're RAS running or crystal spinning, and it lets them ban those people. I can tell you that 99% of the people who get banned in this game are IP banned for unusual account creations, for people that are literally just spamming account creations, running multiple instances of BlueStacks, trying to make accounts that start with 1 or 2 ML5s that they can sell on gaming websites to new players. That's 99% of the bans. The handful of bans that are actually people doing things that are against the rules are usually damage hacks, people injecting gear, people trying to find ways to, you know, cheat the system, like giving themselves 9 plus 29 speed pieces, or doing 1 billion damage to Hall of Trials with a brand new account. And then occasionally through, you know, people that are messing with the competitive integrity of the game, like that one guy who was exploiting a glitch in the game to stall people out in RTA until they yielded. Man, they named and shamed that asshole. I have never once ever seen them ban anybody from using a shop reroll macro, a hunt restart macro, auto clickers, all that kind of stuff. But it is against the terms of service, and it doesn't mean they won't start banning at their discretion, especially if it becomes more and more common. More and more people do it. More and more people say, oh, this is fine, this has always been the way. Look what happened to logging on to other people's accounts, playing on other people's accounts. It wasn't really a problem until it became a problem, until it started messing with the competitive integrity of the game, and it started impacting people climbing to legend in RTA, people competing in tournaments, and suddenly Smilegate said, F it, no more, and slammed the door hard on it. And a lot of people were like, but we're just doing account reviews, we're just doing player pull. Like, we don't care. It wasn't a problem until it was a problem, and now we can't say you can break the law as long as you don't break it this way. They just said, no, you know what? Done. Everybody's done. No, nobody is sorry, buddy. I suck at names. Nobody's getting banned for using macros yet. I'm just saying that if it becomes a common enough thing and Smilegate decides it's messing with the competitive integrity of the game, it's lagging the game, then they could do something about it, because it is against the TOS. And that's all I'm trying to get out there. I'm not going to tell you how to set one up. I'm not going to show you how to do it, because it's against the rules, and I don't promote things that are against the rules. If you want to do it, if you want to go 50 in a 45 speed zone and think it's only 5 miles an hour, cops aren't going to care, you go for it. You want to run a macro and think, well, they've never cared before? You go for it. Just realize that if they suddenly start to care, you have got no leg to stand on. And you're jeopardizing your account if they ever start to care. That's my spiel on it. But key binding is not a macro. A macro plays the game for you. An auto clicker plays the game for you. Just binding keys so that you can type ZXC and have Z do this, X do this, and C do this, and then you just sit there spamming those keys on the keyboard. That's fine. That's key binding. Some games call those macros, but it's not, as long as it's not an auto clicker, as long as it's not something playing the game for you, Smilegate doesn't care. Hang on, guys. Home office. All right, guys. Sorry about that. Yes and no, Santiago. Marguerite definitely created the situation, but I think it was actual influencers and content creators for Epic 7 right after Smilegate said, don't log on to other people's account.
PC client.
Hang on, the witch just yelled at me. Did I try what? Can you try to see if Fribbles works on the new PC client? That's a good thing. It should work. It should, but we'll test it in a minute. Yeah, Marguerite was a huge problem, but then basically a lot of streamers publicly were playing, doing the exact thing that they said, don't do this or we'll disqualify you from World Cup. And then everybody started doing it anyway because we've always done it in the past, and that's where I'm getting to is like, it's not a problem until it's a problem. And saying people have always done it before, tradition trumps law. Well, no, tradition doesn't trump law when they decide to start enforcing the law. Hey, thank you for the sub. Nice, nice. I appreciate the support. Okay, so let's go ahead and try running on Fribbles here. Hang on. So let's just close this out. Fire up Fribbles here. Go to the importer. Load gear and heroes automatically, alright. Start scanning. Okay. Play. It does seem to take it a few minutes to get going, doesn't it? Hey, thanks for the super, man. I appreciate it. Man, it loads a lot faster. Okay, we're in. There's the lobby. I don't think you still need to do this, but I just do it out of habit. And now we go back to Fribbles. Stop the scan. It works, guys. Works just fine. Tristen, when you have a chance, could I mention them about scrolling heroes in the transmit screen? It's not smooth whatsoever when you scroll quickly. Let's look. Oops, that's the wrong button. What's not smooth? I mean, it's zipping for me. It's as fast as I can mouse scroll it. I don't know, buddy. This seems to be doing fine. Check your, not that. Hey, thanks for the biddies, buddy. Have this up, and then try your scrolling and see if it spikes the resources being used at all. But it doesn't seem to be changing anything for me. Nah, I'm not seeing it on my end, buddy. That might just be local. Hey, G-Clef, good to see you, buddy. I already installed all the requirements, even the C++. Still, the game's not showing when I click play. Okay. A couple of people have had that issue. A couple of people have been saying, hey, after I click play, the game's not showing. First things first, does it show down here play is grayed out? And if it shows play is grayed out, hold down the Alt key and hit the Tab key to get the thing that shows all your windows up, and see if you see it open in another window, like maybe minimized or behind something. See if you can bring it up there. If it's not showing there, and maybe it's just in the background and it opened behind it, then Hopefully it's something that simple, right? Because I did notice for me when I clicked play here, it opened it on another monitor, so I had to drag it over. Mine's on an SSD, not an HDD. I only have an SSD. I got a 4 terabyte SSD in my computer. And a 8 terabyte backup drive. My client just instantly closes and disappears from Task Manager every time I try to install. Yeah, this is a complaint that I sent up, and you're not alone. It's happened to a few people, and it is 7:59 a.m. But, you know, just closes after opening. People are saying they have this issue. I'm letting them know, and as soon as they get into the office, hopefully they look at these and start responding, but I don't have a fix for you. I had the... Now, one thing I did notice is it took it a bit to open the first time. So, maybe it's a waiting game thing, but try rebooting the computer so that it's like a fresh load. Close all your background stuff. Give it the best chance. Make sure nothing's running in the background, and then try to fire it up. See if you can get that first load to go through. I hate that the only answers I got are like, have you tried turning it off and turning it on again and maybe reinstall, but right now I don't have anything more than that for you. Until Smilegate gets back to me. It's their product. They gotta tech support it for us. Real tech support answers. Had you try hitting it with your fist hard? If that didn't work, I gotta send you up to tier 2 support, guys. Sorry. You're trying the client on 4 gig of RAM and Google browser is open and still pretty smooth. I think if you've got one thing that's overstated, it kind of makes up. We had one guy earlier who was running it on way less RAM. I'm sorry, way lower spec graphics card, but he was doing it on a way higher spec of RAM. He had like a 560 graphics card, but he had 32 gig of RAM. You're going the opposite direction. Maybe, you know, maybe your processor or RAM is carrying the load. I don't know. Okay, this is where my friendship mole is gonna go. So I'm definitely not putting damage on this guy. This S1 doesn't need anything, right? Just damage, okay. So far, so good. Right here is the things I'm not thrilled about. Okay, Schneil. Let's see, you get your own arty, right? Do we have that? So, let's see. Defense, HP, speed. Nothing, 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 nothing. That's not bad, eh? We run this. Schneil's passive's not needed. Oh, I saw this earlier. We'll have to try that out. Is Tokyo Ghoul collabing with anybody else? Because if it's not, then there's a shot. There's a shot. Oh, nice. Hey, Crank, thanks for the sub, buddy. I appreciate you.
Any primers in
Think
the
I need a healing art
chapel
for this?
busy priming up your
Yeah, you're
PC
probably right.
clients. Bishinge.
Won't Rod work on his S2? Should. So, something that we noticed, guys, a lot of us thought that Schneil would be really good on Jewel Leaf Council, that you could just take him in there and maybe even solo the whole thing. Here's the thing about Jewel Leaf Council, right? It's not poison or venom. It's a special buff called Source of Plague, so he doesn't cleanse it. Because even though it looks like venom, it's technically a different buff. So you can't use them in Jewel Leaf Council. But you can use them on, obviously you can use them here. This looks faster than the Flurry Cheese, don't you think? His S3 in Hall Trials hits for 1.5 million, Jesus Christ. Yeah, we kind of knew he would be the unit to use there, huh? This song is called Affliction. It's by White Bat Audio, Carl, crap. Blanking on his name. Yeah, it was part of a DMCA free pack I got from him. Most of my stuff is from White Bat Audio. Not all of it though, but most. Yeah, I mean, we kind of knew when we saw the conditions of Hall of Trials that it was going to, like, you have this unit or you don't get to be top 100. Is he good on Rift? I mean, you want to run Rift without Soul Weavers at the end. But as far as climb up, this is not bad. Yeah, I hate that Hall of Trials has become a way to sell new units instead of like actual just content to complete. Should I pull him or believe in tinfoil hat theory? Oh, I don't know. We've got Lolly Senya kind of confirmed, unfortunately.
Should I pull him or believe in tinfoil hat theory?
I mean, he's got all of the conditions, right? He's good in PVE and he's good in PvP. So I think he's kind of a must-have unit so far, but maybe give it a couple of days. Yeah, Lolly Senya Knight, unfortunately. We get the most wanted unit of a cheater. That worked really, really, really well. How well did it work? Okay, this quick battle should be god-awful slow with how long that fight took, right? God-awful slow. Let's see how it looks. Yo. Are you kidding me? Look how smooth and clean this is. Man, if we tried that on LD player, we'd still be on fight number 3. By the way, Schneil solos this on Quick Battle. There's your new Banshee 13 team, everybody. That was really good. Really, really, really smooth. Okay, well, rip old Banshee team. I guess I can leave the old Banshee team up for when I need to do one-shots, right? Plus, it was kind of funny to run an unleveled Lilka. Think it'll work here? Did I mola his H2? No, I did not. I'm going to leave that for friendship molas. Oh, it's bleed, not poison. You're right. Lich could work though. Let's give it. We'll give Lich a try.
At least the new Dark Shuri has a metal name, Westwind Executioner. All it's missing is other to show he really means business.
Yeah.
Now, we could do something about the kit.
Well, Westworld Shuri is, yeah, that kit's still not official. Remember last time we got a similar kind of kit release for Harsetti and how that went. So I'm not married too much that that's it or that's not subject to change. Rami, the point of a solo is just to show the capability of the units, and a lot of people, you know, if you can put a whole ass team together and run it, go for it, but that's 4 units to gear as opposed to 1 unit to gear, and that's gearing him like I'm going to use him everywhere else in the game, so I don't need to custom gear him. So maybe it helps some people that don't have the specific units to be able to do a one-shot. Maybe it helps people who have a limited amount of gear and they want to be able to background battle Banshee and not have to worry about taking gear off of other units to build their Banshee team. So, yeah, it's got some points to it. Yep, I know, CG. It's very likely to be right. I'm just trying to be hopeful that they make the kit a little bit better than that, because it's not super impressive. How much mullet is solo Banshee? Right now, I've just got his S3 mullet to +4, and that's it. Nothing else. Wait, we can't add stamina on PC client? What do you mean? Oh, yeah. There's no ads yet. Okay, remember this is a pre-release. It might not be full featured. That's why we're gathering this feedback. I'm gathering the things that people don't like about it, and right now what we've got is right now these are like all of the issues we've had so far. Yeah, it used to be if you went to the events tab and you scroll all the way down, you could watch ads for stamina. Now, you couldn't do it on Apple because Apple devices don't like coupon codes or advertisements, but you notice there's no place to enter coupon codes and there's no place to watch ads for stamina. You used to be able to watch 5 ads for 20 stamina, so 100 stamina per day. Yeah, Romeo just typed it. And it was right under this section, and now it's missing. The web event is also missing, but that's not a PC client issue. It looks like the web event is down for everybody. Yeah, the web event's down for everybody. So it's not just this. Now that you know about it, you'll watch ads for about a week, and then you'll go back to not caring because the ads are just miserable to watch. Hey, you want to know something that I've been playing this game for years and never noticed? The mission called Trap Removal has Aether as the one who's running it. Let that sink in for a few minutes. How's Schneil been so far? So far, he solos Banshee, so that's kind of fun. Let's try him in Expeditions now. I'm skeptical of this, but let's give it a try. I'm going to have to turn her... Actually, with all that gear missing, it might work better. I need to turn her skills off because I actually don't want her to... Yeah, I don't want her to put immunity up. Poisons. Actually, I can have it up with her with the gear off. She's running slow enough. Cleanse and defense buff. That's pretty nice. You're going to pass on Schneil, waiting for the next limited. I mean, if DDR is giving you headaches anywhere, he's kind of a must-have, but there's still a ban button, and nobody's going to third-pick ban protect this guy, but he does move DDR from a first-pick unit to like a 4-5 pick unit. He one-shots Banshee, but who doesn't? He looks pretty good here. I'm missing Kana's damage, though. By the way, I didn't think about it before, but Guilty Gears is probably out as well. They collab with Cyberpunk anime. Probably. Yeah. The current Hall of Trials, of course, that's going to be a whole ass thing. I just hate that you can't review builds in the PC client. I can't remember what every unit uses. You can't review builds in the PC client? What do you mean, Craptastic? Yeah, no, it's nowhere near enough damage. He's definitely usable here, but having the non-fire unit is causing us issues. It's cycling the boss too fast. Yeah, I can't recommend him here. Not when Kana is free, or, what's her name? Mascot Hazel can give greater attack buff. Do you think he could be in the front and take a hit and I could run Kana? Do you think I could run him in place of Cecilia? Surely not, right? He's not fire and he's not a knight. There's no way he could survive it. Yeah. Everyone's saying no. Don't try. Yeah, this is legit half of the damage that the Kana team dishes out. Okay, a little less than half, but still, a million points is not bad. Hey, Sue, what's up, buddy? Thanks for the sub. Welcome, welcome.
Wait, I thought you were sick.
I am sick. See? Cough drop. Hey, Sue. Check this out. Oops. My new Banshee team. What do you think? Yeah. He's adequate in Earth Expedition, but not so keen on him there. He doesn't work in He doesn't work in Jewel Leaf Council because Jewel Leaf Council is not Venom, it's Plague, Source of Plague, so he doesn't do anything there. Yeah, that's another one for the guy who said, what's the point of soloing? The point of soloing is I can now friendship farm 3 units at the same time that I'm running Schneil. Hot damn, that's a really good point. Especially because remember, friendship farming gets you, friendship farming gets you these achievements, which pay out bookmarks. A shit ton of bookmarks. It's not the most efficient way to friendship farm, but it's the most time efficient way. The most stamina efficient way is still using the hand holding a severed foot phases. Yes and no, Valentine. The problem with Rift is, you eventually get to a point where you're going to use the controller that works when there's no Soul Weaver on the team. Now, if you don't have Wukong and you're not just soloing him, then I bet we could probably build a team around him. But I'd have to think about that. Oh, God, am I really ready to do this again? Let's check it out. Holy shit, guys. Yeah. Yeah, Schneil is the tits for, Holo Trials. Hey, yo, what's with all the Rams? I'm not going to put you guys through. Didn't see the Asia. We reported the Asia cheater. I don't know if he got banned yet or not. I'm not going to put you guys through the process of watching me do this. Experiment with this a second time, because that bored me and I was the one doing it. So I'll do this tonight, and then tomorrow we'll stream how to do this team. There's got to be an alternative to RAM, right? Sermia? Yeah, that's who I used last time. Fenris, I mean, Wukong, but it was a really low score by comparison. Luna, Sermia. Okay. We'll fart around with that tomorrow. You need provoke, reverse provoke, or silence, and Euphine has got AoE silence as long as you've got her on the correct EE. Ooh, which I don't have. I need to go buy that EE if we're going to do this team. Exchange. She's a warrior. Yeah, you need to make sure that you're on the, this one right here. Chance to silence by 15% to get this up to 100%. Otherwise, you're at, and you know, you're at a double 15% chance of it not provoking. Okay, so show me the big one. No. Nice. That's all we needed. Provoke, silence, and redirect provoke. So you got Euphine, you've got Senya, you've got Fire Cecilia for provokes, you've got Fairy Tale Tenebria for reverse I keep calling it reverse provoke, but it's called something different. Redirect provoke. So there's some options. But yeah, it's not a ton. How come we didn't get new EEs with the Hall of Trial boss? They're metering them out slowly so that people don't get angry at how hard it is to get the wisdom gazes. Do you have an update team for Nightmare Raids other than Carcanus? That one works so well. I don't, but I need to record more of them. Why Ram, though? She self-gabs and hits like a truck. Happy Thursday, Tsuchikage. How you doing, buddy? Oh, somebody was asking earlier if Schneil's artifact's barrier is based on his HP or the target's HP. Let me see what it says. When an ally is attacked, damage suffer grants a barrier to the target for 2 turns. Barrier strength is equivalent to 15% of the caster's max health, so the barrier is based on Schneil's HP. Where is the stupid Uber team that everyone uses? Here we go. Oops, god damn it. I took the wrong team into the fight. Oh well. Sorry guys, this is going to take a hot minute. Can I show you how I built Schneil? Yeah, I'll pull him up here in like 45 minutes when this fight is over. Is his artifact a must-have? I don't think so. I think his artifact is really, really strong, but I wouldn't put powder into it. Give it a little bit more and test it. I think it's nice, but especially if you already have Guardian Ice Crystal, it's just kind of a budget Guardian Ice Crystal. That's enough injury into him for now. Let's start working this hoedown. Yeah, it doesn't give ER. Barrier is nice, but it's not health. Is Schneil worth getting? He looks very worth getting. He checks all the boxes. He's good in PVE and in PvP. He hard stops a meta character. He lets you auto farm Banshee with friendship units. How to download the PC client? Oh, wait, known issue with the PC client. An issue with the PC client occasionally freezes on the game start screen or title screen when launched. If this occurs, the game can be accessed normally after a certain period of time when the screen remains frozen. This issue is currently being addressed. Okay, this is the issue that a lot of you guys were having. And it looks like they are aware of it. Issue of the Moonlight 5-star hero crew member does not display correctly. Okay, an issue where the share button does not appear in the hero detail screen. So that's the one that was mentioned earlier. An issue where the full screen displays abnormally after being changed. This was your issue, Anyo. Issue where we're logging onto the same account. This is why they do a pre-release, guys. An issue where the game does not launch after pressing play on the launcher. This issue occurs, the visual blah 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 software is not installed during the episode to resolve. Okay, guys, all you who are having this issue, try this step right here. And see if that fixes it. There's that. An issue or launch the game in a PC environment displays, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so, yeah. Check that and see if it fixes it. And for those of you who are wanting to know how to install it, it looks like they've given us a handy-dandy PC installation guide. Oops, I clicked on my own link. So there's the link to the install guide. Hey, Baka, would you pin... Hang on. There, would you pin that one, Baka, and remove the other pin? So this will walk you through step by step on how to install along with some troubleshooting steps. Oh god, where were we?
Freaking installed and reinstalled.
I don't know, Moon Crystal. You're not the only one having problems, and I wish I had better answers for you than they're aware of it and they're working on it, but I'm not equipped to troubleshoot this. Giant rat gun. So far, so good. I don't like that there's no keybinds. I really don't like that there's no widescreen support. And they are going to have to fix the fact that the game has no way to claim coupons or anything like that. Let's kill this before it starts to control us more. Yeah, the same, Sue, same. But a lot of people like playing it in widescreen, so that is something they kind of need to address. Yeah, you aren't kidding, Mimo. You aren't kidding. Hey, welcome, Ace. Good to see you. Why do I use Arby on that one offense team? Because he freaking murders people. I'll show you how he's built. I took the wrong team into this, so now we're trapped here for 45 minutes, slowly chewing through this enemy. I don't know if my rat's not gonna survive to use her giant rat gun. Please, please, please bring back Harsetti. Don't make me chew through that Ilanov again. Ugh. That was closest crowd to his bike. It's 2 turns away. Yay, damage limit. Awesome. Let's get rid of that. Oh, this is awful, Kylon. This is absolutely terrible. And it ain't over by a long shot, because she's still going to raise herself and then raise somebody else, too. She's back! And so somebody else. Thank you, generous host. That jump in was really helpful. Why does everyone hate Ruel? Because she's an awful unit that's bad for the game. I thought that was pretty obvious. As soon as I saw her buffs, man, go back and watch my VOD. As soon as I saw her buffs, I was like, oh, this is not a good thing for the game. You can love Ruel all you want. I loved Hua Young too, but I acknowledge she was bad for the game. Whew. 3 hours later. So yeah, if you want to always win arena and hate yourself and want your fights to last 45 minutes, you can use this team. That's not the team. That's not the team. I went from everybody's running this defense to nobody's running it. Oh, God, really? Okay, hang on. I gotta kill some people first. Let's just BBK this one into oblivion. Do we, actually? Let's just get this over with quickly. Should I build Lone Bologna, or is it just a waste of time? This is why I have Arby on this team, by the way. For the guy that asked why do I have Arby on that team, that is exactly why. Schneil on defense? Well, that's different. This is my second Arby. He's just full nuclear. I have a faster one built for RTA. Let's take the babysitter club for this fight. Let's see, where is everybody on the CR bar? Nobody's really a threat. You know, I need for her to be dead anyway, so let's just put some extra damage into her. What's my defense? The defense is the one that I sat there and fought for 45 minutes and complained about. I run it too because it's just good. Okay, Melissa, take care of that flan problem for me. Blam, blammo. And this gets rid of this. Yep, that was it. Everyone say bye, Ruel. This is what I think you're, Ruel, Sue. 31k. Pow. I'm just kidding. I don't hate Ruel. I just hate what she's done to Arena. And it's not really her fault. It's the combo of Ruel and Harsetti and the stupid, stupid point system that they're using. Mine's on Adamant. But a lot of people are putting them on Crown of Glory to stop cleavers. Yeah, 32k Ruel, that would do it. You'd get me with that one. This one's close, but still not quite the defense I'm looking for. Here's the Melissa build for those that were asking. Full nuclear. I like this artifact because sometimes there's just evasion and it helps. She's got to be on her number 2 EE. If she's not, oh, I'm sorry. A lot of people are running her on the number 1 EE to get the attack buff longer, but I'm really liking the number 2 EE. I'm liking the extra damage more than I'm liking maintaining the attack buff. This is my says. Just strong says. What can I say? I think this team we set on fire. Adamant shield on Crow, so we kind of want to take Crow out first, but Adamant, at least it's not Crown of Glory. I didn't see any artifact proc on Ruel, so I've got to be careful about Ruel. She could be on Idols or Water, so I need to make sure I don't AoE my Bryceria. We'll go ahead and push Harsetti back, try to get rid of that immunity. Which, of course, we didn't, so... But she's low enough health, she'll die. She'll die big time. Who gets a defense break? I think the Dragon Lolly gets a defense break. Oh, shit. I meant to S1. Okay, hopefully it's not Idle's Cheer or we just threw. It's Idle's Cheer, we just threw. Oh no, it pushed up Valencia. That's fine. That's fine. As long as it didn't push up Harsetti, we're fine. Okay. Well, this is giga over. Oh shit, except I burned Bryceair and everything. Wow, I really threw. Shit. I think we kill this. She'll use her S3 on Dragon Granny. He'll bike, but we can live it because it's just Arius. They'll survive. I think Harsetti's the one that needs to go. As long as we live this, I think we're okay. If Roy dies to this, it's over, though. Oh, God, it was close. Shoo. That's really good timing on that, too. If she had cut, our Zio would have been in trouble. Let's see. We don't need to chonk him. We just need to put some damage here. We need 3 more souls. We're not going to get enough souls. Do this. Yo, I think this kills. I think we're good. I think we're good, guys. I think we recovered from our horrific screw-up. Whew. Okay, we found it. This is the team. This is my defense, by the way. This guy too, and he's worth more points. It's my best damage gear. It's literally my best damage gear. This used to be, all this used to be on my BBK, now it's on Roy. What's my defense in the arena? It's not that good right now. It's in the teens, I think. 20%. As for what's the team, this is the defense team I run. I'm running Adamant, Arius, Idle's Cheer, and Abyssal Crown. Okay. I want to watch it. I know it's going to take a while, but I want to watch it. What's up, Ed? How do you build Schneil HP defense speed? No other stats really matter. I guess you could maybe consider some ER on him, but I'm not sure it really is that big of a deal. I'm doing a little bit better, Ed. Still a little under the weather, but feeling a little better. Head colds suck. Yeah, I just put random gear on him. I ran the speed slide all the way up, the HP slide all the way up, and the defense slide up 2 notches and everything else down, and then just told it to gear. Use the in-game fribbles. For his AoEs, for his pop damage. Rowana keeps him alive, and then he starts doing 12k pops, plus Krau's bike. I wonder if maybe I should have put 3F on Krau. Schneil's losing some ground, guys. Everybody's hyper-focusing him. Schneil down. Crow should be Arius. Oh yeah, this Crow is on Adamant. Evidently, it is enough. How did Schneil die? He just got focused. Everybody focused. His injury got low enough that they eventually chewed through him. Who do you replace Ilanov with on defense if you don't have her? Probably Senya, Dragon Bride Senya. Or Mort. Mort would be a good option. Yeah, I'd replace her with Mort. Harsetti makes everyone hate Arena so much. Harsetti combined with the stupid way they've done the point system has completely, like, ruined Arena for anybody who used to enjoy it. And tomorrow people are in for a rough surprise when they realize they have to do Arena to get the hearts for the Lua side story. What's this? Oh, that's interesting. Sweet Miracle on Kowarik, I assume, and a damage build Ilanov. How you got your Bologna built? Lifesteal? Oh, an injury SSB. I do have a spare SSB I could do her injury. Is Wukong the only warrior who can solo Rift? Yes. If you don't have Wukong, you don't solo Rift. You have to build an actual real team. He's the only green unit that has an AoE S1. I don't know if I go so far as to say he's actually good outside of Rift. You can force him to be used in certain situations outside of Rift, but saying he's good outside of Rift is a little bit of a stretch. Unlike Kayn, he can be used outside of Rift. How about that? Oh my god, I feel like we're trapped in a loop that's never going to end. Purgus doesn't have an AoE S1. Does he? I don't think he does. Is it too late to start Rift now? Rift ends January 29th. So you've got a full solid 2 months. That should be more than enough time to clear the battle pass, And the battle pass is worth it. So I would do it. This is the scuff Schneil you used for arena. Yeah, mine had no ER, but otherwise he looked pretty much the same. Mine was faster, yours has a hair more defense. As I'm getting out, we're going to be here for another 4 hours otherwise. Okay, so you were saying that the issue was he really needed to be on Arius, right? I mean, I could build a better Schneil than this. Check Rowanna's gear. She needs to heal enough. I could maybe put her on a heal boosting artifact like Shamadra's staff. Yeah, okay, I'll give her Shamadra. Are my Shamadras really only plus 15? I guess they are. Whew. So it does work, huh? Just a matter of Schneil staying alive. Hopefully the next Mystic rotation will be good. 10 away from Pity. Nice. Didn't go for Lua, huh? Don't blame you. Blammo. Ruel? Okay, you're behind Says. That's all that matters. Let's shoot this in the face. Everyone say bye, Ruel. Probably a dumb question. Is Speedbriar Asaria the better build? It depends where you're wanting to take her. Bang, bang. If you're wanting to use her against Tarsetti, then damage and effectiveness is better. If you're wanting to use her in RTA and you're just not dealing with Tarsetti, then yes, Speedbriar is really nice. It kind of depends how you want to play her and where you want to take her. Mother of God. We have an opportunity to cleave, guys. It's so rare that we kind of got to take a gift when it's presented to us, right? Oh wait, there's no push up here. Never mind, I gotta use her. But that's okay. We believe in our units, so we win. We race, we win. I have faith in my Luna. Luna too good! Right, Adariel? Holy shit, that's a thing, man. Imagine going back like 6 months ago and saying, hey, or not 6 months, but yeah, a few months back and saying, hey guys, there's gonna be a time when you're gonna go, oh, hooray, it's ML Luna, this'll be easy. Warhorn Luna to trap me, so I gotta stun, or I gotta kill Luna. And that's a pain because that means she gets to come back. You guys wouldn't believe it. Ruel's more annoying than Luna. That attack down's a little unfortunate. Knock it off, you fiend. Oh my god, you're gonna scream at me every single time I touch you. Bye, you fiend. It'd be funny, but it'd be really unlikely. Even with attack down, I was able to one-shot her.
You said in the Wit ML, 5 need a buff, no one is asking for a Meru buffs. But please remember, she is another seal unit, and people already hate Neckwhale and Muna.
Yeah, but nobody's asking for it. I didn't say it wouldn't be a good idea. I didn't say it wouldn't be healthy. I just said nobody's currently asking for it. Everybody's got their head up FCC's butt right now. For some reason, everybody wants that unit to be buffed, which I don't quite understand why people want to slow down and make even more tanky and slow the meta, but that's kind of where we're at. I hate everything about what I'm looking at, so I think we'll do this team, and I think we're going to try, Cookie's team on it. I think it'll work. If it doesn't work, I'll RB it. Yeah, FCC is hot. I'll give you that. God damn. That's pretty clean, guys. That's pretty clean. We really need just one more mitigation night. Hey Gatsu, PC client seems to be fine so far. There's a couple of things about it I don't like, and there's issues people have, but Snoggate's acknowledged most of the issues, and they're working on it. Yeah, it definitely needs some tweaks and adjustments. Ooh, that was a little scary. Didn't like the look of that one. Show battle stats, want to see the damage distribution? Sure. But as long as Ross is kneeling in the flames here, a lot of turns, Shio. A lot of turns. Ooh, ooh. Wait a minute. Did this just time out? This just timed out, didn't it? Yeah, that's a huge problem if this just times out. No, Schneil didn't die. Nobody lost all 4 units.
I have an idea. New hero with damage cap. No one can do more than 1,000 damage per hit. Smiley face.
106 turns. So for those who don't know it, quick battling has a timeout. If the fight lasts beyond a certain amount of time, it auto forfeits the fight and both sides get a loss. Jesus Christ. "69 turns. So yeah, so on this one, did we kill or did it time out? Let's go to the last turn. Oops. Nope, we actually did kill them on the 106th turn. There's nobody left. 2, 4, 5. We got all the kills in. Whereas this one, what happened on the last stage? Hey, thank you for the biddies, buddy. I appreciate you. Oh no, we legitimately just lost. Mostly the lightning damage at the end. That's why it didn't show the kills. Because these deaths weren't to his team. These deaths were to Arena Lightning. And Arena Lightning doesn't give credit to anybody for the kills. Yeah, I died to Arena Lightning. Yeah, Arena Lightning was the true MVP of the fight. Is Schneil any good? He's really good for autoing Arena. Let's try the same team again. So we still have a couple of quick battles left. I could change Ilanov's artifact. That would give us a better shot at winning. Think about the fixed damage he does. His fixed damage is pretty impressive. That his fixed damage plus the horse is pretty crazy. Nope, it's an Arius Crow. That's why it takes 106 rounds, but without Arius on Crow, Schneil just takes a dirt nap so fast. That is an issue they are aware of and are working on. They're aware that when you go in and you look at the heroes, that the snapshot button is gone, it's missing. That was on the list of known issues right now. It's actually in the store, you can see it. There you go. So they're aware of it and they're working on a fix. Remember, this is a pre-release, guys. This is basically an alpha test, so don't expect too much out of a pre-release. Hey, Adilla, thanks for the gifted sub, man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Did I see the leak for Shuri? You mean Westworld Shuri? Yeah. He looks really bad, but he's a speed imprint. So I think for a cleaver, he's going to be interesting. But other than cleave, I don't think he's going to really have a place. But so hopefully they adjust his kit a little bit. Can you auto-select gear and inventory in the PC client? What do you mean auto-select gear in the inventory? You mean, here, arrange, auto-select? Yeah, looks like you can just fine. Simple selection, 28, keep speed stat stuff. Interesting. Simple select is working for you, but auto select isn't. I'm freaking 1 speed. What the hell's wrong with this game? 1 speed. You know you're less likely to roll a 1 speed than you are to roll a 5 speed on 88 gear. So if this rolled up to 11, and then I got 4 more, take it to 15, the best this could possibly be is 19 speed, and the last thing I need is a 19 speed HP sword, so I'm moving on. Oh, speed check, speed check. Yeah. Inheritor Armika is basically... yeah, kinda. She's really, really nice for dealing with Flan, that's for sure. Especially if you have the Uberus Tooth artifact. This is pretty smooth and nimble. God damn it. There's a whole series of 2s in that. Here's the difference, right? A 19 speed ER ring actually would be kinda useful to me. That's not. Man, I just love rolling 1s and 2s today, don't I? Kind of unrelated, but when does ML Luna come back? Probably sometime in the summer. Maybe the spring. Just depends how much money they want to make off of her. I think we got a shot at a, you know, say farewell to the Year of the Dragon. Here's a Luna banner for right before Lunar New Year hits. But that's, I'm reaching a little bit on that one. Yeah, the PC client is sick if you can get it running. A lot of people are struggling to get it running. I hate that there's no way to keybind, and I don't know if that's something they'll ever fix. But you know, there's some issues that we got listed here. There's some issues that people have brought up on Stove, and Smilegate's aware of all of these issues and are working at ways to fix it. But so far I think it's gonna be the main way I play the game. I'll still keep an emulator though for key binding to make doing things like shop refreshing easier. Yeah, it's a pre-release. People really need to remember that. Pre-release. I hit play and nothing's coming up in the PC client. An issue where the game does not launch when pressing play on the launcher. This issue occurs if the Visual C++ 2022 Studio is not installed or installed properly during the installation of Epic 7. To resolve this issue, reinstall Epic 7 or download and install the required program from the link below, etc., etc. Try following this step, see if it fixes it for you. What's the main advantage of PC client versus LD player and BlueStacks? It uses significantly less resources. So it's going to run on computers that don't run LD or crash often on emulators. It's going to do a little bit better on because its resource demand is lower. I know they posted pretty hefty minimum requirements, but people have been going far below those minimums and it's still working. Fribbles does indeed still work with it. You weren't here to see how fast the quick battles went, but holy crap, I ran just Schneil in Banshee. Literally soloed Banshee with just Schneil and nobody else on the team, and the quick battle was still cleared. It was so clean and fast. There was zero lag at all. It loads things a lot faster. Gets into the sanctuary a lot quicker, although we got lagged on the flashbang there. And I've been told that Valky said that he had no problem running it at like 120 frames per second while he was running another game, while he was quick battling and he was doing RTA. So it just seems for stability and smoothness, it seems to be the better thing. Now, why is LD Player or any other emulators better? Well, first of all, you can keybind in emulators. That's huge. And the emulators also have other built-in features that some people like, being able to record, being able to set up clickers, things like that. Currently, there is no way to watch ads in the Stove client. You can't watch ads for stamina, and there's no place to enter coupon codes. I don't know if Smilegate's just moving away from those things, or if that'll be added in later, but those things still exist in the emulators in LD Player. Some people are saying there's no web event in the PC client, but that's true for everything. They just don't have a web event up and running right now. Yeah, wasn't Quick Battle freaking smooth as glass, Sakura? That's huge. But right now, those are the big main reasons. It's less of a resource hog, and the game experience is much smoother. It's truly like you're playing it on a mobile device. Some are saying it's even better in the mobile device. I haven't visually noticed an image quality difference, but I'm not able to change any of the settings. It looks like when you go into this, there's no options to adjust. It just automatically is maxing out the settings. Yeah, Pixel, they're not going to add a feature to the game that violates their own terms of service, unfortunately. So if that's a thing that you feel is important to you, then you keep a copy of BlueStacks or LD or whatever. And that's the other thing too. There's no widescreen support yet. You can only watch it in a standard frame. You can't watch it in a widescreen format, which people are on widescreen monitors are complaining about it. $6.6 hours in this game? Casual. Okay, for those of you who want to see how to do this, go to Stove, right? You can do it from the Stove launcher, or you can literally just go to the Stove website, right? Click on your My Info in the upper right-hand corner, and then click on your name. This is how you get to it. Click on your name, and it'll pull up this page. And on this page, it'll show you all of the Stove games you've played. And if you really want to see how much of your time you've pumped into this game, you can just hover over this and you can see how much effort you've put into the game. You bunch of casuals. So if you want to know how many hours you put into the game. Now if you had your Stove account reset or put in a new Stove account, then it might not be accurate, but you can get an idea about how many hours you put into the game. Damn, Cookie. Maybe now that you don't have lag, you can start RTA. They've got a few things they need to address, a few things they need to fix before I'm willing to completely ditch emulators on it. I really don't like how you can't watch ads. You can't, the share button needs to be fixed. They're addressing that. I really would like them to add the widescreen support back for when I play it offline. I mean, I need to use this format for streaming anyway. It fits into my overlay better, but a lot of people really like... how do I download the pre-release client? I got you, fam. Where did it go? Okay, so wait, this is the issues page. That's not the one I wanted. Pre-release notice. There we go. Okay, go to this link right here, and on this page you'll scroll down, click on the picture of Ludwig, and it'll take you to the Stoves page. And once you're on this page, you'll be able to install the PC client. It's for Windows only, you can't use it on Apple. Once you install the client, it'll install the Stove launcher, which will look like this. Okay? Once you've got the Stove launcher up, you want to go to the store, and you want to, in the store, and you just want to search for Epic 7. Jesus Christ. Come on. Just search for Epic 7. It'll pull it up. If you type it, if you don't misspell it. There. Good lord. Once this pulls up, you click on this link. And there'll be a button in the corner right here that's going to say Start Game. And when you click this, it'll install it into your Stove client, and then it'll be in your library, and you can fire it up anytime you want to play it. There'll be a play button down in the corner. You'll have to go through the whole install process to get it fired up. And the nice thing too is you've got a hot link back to Stove. If you want the step-by-step guide on how to do the install, that is right here. And this step-by-step installation guide is pinned on Twitch. Here it is for YouTube. How do you see how many hours played again? Go to any Stove website and click on the little bubble in the upper right-hand corner that says My Info when you hover it. And then click on your name, and it'll take you to this page. And then you can hover over the Epic 7. It'll tell you how many hours you played. And you can do 36,231. You can type in 36,231 hours to years. And I've played nonstop for 4.1 years. 24/7. Yikes. I need help, guys. I think I might need an intervention. How do you change the frame rate on the PC client? I do not know. All of the settings appear to be turned off, so I'm assuming all of the settings are maxed out. It's counting from when you signed into Stove for the first time. So actually I'm a little bit higher than that because I think if you look at... I wish Firefox wouldn't flashbang me before turning Dark Reader on. I might have to go back to... I think if you go back to My Info, it'll tell you when you registered somewhere in here. Yeah, registration date January 20th. I started playing Epic 7 on December 29th. So there's an entire month of gameplay that's not in this data, because this is when I registered with Stove, not when I downloaded the game. So, depending on when you officially sign up for Stove, it might be a little different. If some of you guys just, like, never bothered with Stove and you want to sign up now to see your hours played, you're probably not going to get an accurate read. Everything so far has been already high res. Everything's already kind of maxed out. The biggest difference with this versus emulators is this looks like this, and LD player. Ah! Same height here, to be fair. So you notice the difference in how much of the lobby I'm able to see? But, I mean, look at the quality of the sprites. The color saturation. I mean, look at the strappings on Sirmia's legs. I mean, that alone is a pretty significant difference in the image quality. Now, let's see. Can I bump this up here? Settings. See, under here, we've got all of the settings. I can bump it up to 60 frames per second. What the hell is VFR? Lowers the frame rate when the screen... we don't need that. Keep screen on, hepatic feedback. All this stuff is on, energy savings, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Resolution on the player looks a lot better. The sprite, it's not that one's smaller than the other, guys. I mean, look at that. It's a lot better. It's not a little better, guys. It's a lot better. So if you want to watch your jiggle physics in 4K, I think the PC client is definitely the way. What do you guys think? Worth it? Hey, Iman. Welcome to the chat. I've got friends in Morocco myself. Yeah, just look at Sirmia's hair. Like Fire Sirmia's hair. PC client is way, way better graphics resolution, but it is not in widescreen yet. You can't see the deer head on the wall up here. You can't see the second door in this post up here. They've not added widescreen support yet, and hopefully that's something they do add, because I know a lot of people really like that. Show off some of the animations. Let's see if we can do that. Give me a second, I have to reboot the client. So PC client on the left, LD player on the right. It's going to require a reboot, but let's get one that's going to be consistently the same for both, right? Give me a second here. Hang on. I can get this. There. That should have them really close. Yeah, I think it's still pretty noticeable, guys. Even the animations look a lot crisper. More crisp. So yeah, I think it's almost like a difference between full HD and 4K. I don't know why, but my Fribbles is bugged and I have 10 copies of the same of each gear. Try this, Ailes. Give me a second. Let me find my Fribbles. Go into Fribbles, go into your importer, go into load data, right? And then type the letter E and find empty save. You should have one. You can scroll and find it too, but try to find empty save and load empty save, and it wipes everything, right? There's no hero, no gears, no anything. And then go to your importer and do a fresh, brand spanking new import. And, once you're done with the fresh spanking new import, export it, save it, and merge it over top of the existing, and then see if that's clean. Now you're going to have to go and redo all of your heroes, but if that works, then load your last setting. And once your last setting is loaded in, go into your gear section. Hang on here. So if that works and it pulls in everything, you don't have dupes of everything, then go back and load your last save, right? And you'll see all of your multiple gears. Then go back down and try merging that data over top of your existing, see if it cleans the gears up. If it still shows all of your gears are still duped, you've got like 10 of everything, then click on one at the top, scroll all the way to the bottom of the gear, hold down the shift key and click the bottom one so that you highlight all of them, and then remove items and get rid of all of your gear. And then you go back here to your importer, you go to import gear only, and then run the importer again, importing just your gear, and then export and merge just the gear, and see if that doesn't clean it up while maintaining your heroes and their EEs and imprints and stuff. See if one or some of those stats works. Or strats works. Will you do an explanation for Fribbles on the new client? It's the exact same. It's literally the exact same thing. You go into the importer. You scroll down to import gear or import heroes and gear, whichever one you're using. You start scanning, you fire up the client, you get to the lobby, you stop scanning, you export, you import, and all your gear's loaded. It works the same as it works on every emulator. I gotta say though, not sure what to think about Fribbles. Sort of taking the fun out of building units. You're echoing what just about everybody has said in the past, and if building the units yourself is a source of pride and fun for you, then you do you. Have fun with the game. But if you really want to min-max your account, go for it. At very least, Jack, what you can do for Fribbles is you can save that, you can do that import and save everything, but not use the optimizer. Just have it so that everything is saved. Right? Because, hang on here. Let's see. Load, and load this. So, let's say you go to do Hall of Trials, right? It's unequipped. You go to do Hall of Trials, and you ungear half of your account to custom build everything to be able to do Hall of Trials. Now you're done with Hall of Trials, and you've made a mess of your account. You got to put back everything where it was. Instead of having to have taken 10,000 screenshots to remember where you had everything, all of the nice builds that you in your own head put together and everything, instead, you can pull up your Fribbles and you can go, oh, this is the gear that was on Flan, this is the gear that was on Dilibet, this is the gear that was on BBK, and it makes it easier to find the gear to put it back where you had it in the first place. So you can literally just use it as a way to do a flash screenshot of your entire account for when you need to re-gear after you manually mess things up. You don't have to use the importer, I think, just to have a snapshot of where all your gear went, so that you can mess things up and go, crap, what, you know, I want to put, I'm like, crap, what weapon was on Assassin Sid? I can't remember what weapon he had on him, which piece of gear was it that he had on him? I can go back and look at my Fribbles and go, oh, that's right, he was on this, you know, this piece right here, whatever it was, and it makes it easier to find the gear to put it back. Yeah, they really need gear loadouts. Just tuning in, is Schneil a must pull? I wouldn't go so far as to say a must pull, but he is a very strong RGB unit. If you care about Hall of Trials, he's a must pull. If you care about top 100 in Hall of Trials, if you don't care about top 100 in Hall of Trials, he can skip him for that. He lets you solo. He lets you run this Banshee team, right? You can run Schneil, and then you can run 3 friendship farming units. So for background battling or quick battling, Schneil and 3 friendship units, and you can power friendship units because he literally solos Banshee all by himself. Did I do Hall of Trials today? No, I don't have the testicular fortitude to do Hall of Trials right now. I'm still feeling kind of sick, and I'll tinker around with it tonight, and I'll make that tomorrow morning stream. How's that? My Schneil? Sure, here you go. I did put him on Celestine. You should put him on some source of healing for autoing Banshee. He's also pretty good in the Earth Expedition where you're fighting the tree. What's the artifact? Any healing artifact, guys. Touch of Rekos, Rod of Amaryllis, Celestine, Doctor's Bag, anything that takes the edge off of healing. Imagine he's with 3 friendship heroes. It's god-awful slow, but if you're running it in the background, or better yet, if you're doing quick battles. The quick battles went by, bam, 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 bam. It just went through real fast. I'll try it without the healing artifact and see how he does, but I do think he's going to need something to take the edge off. PC client's amazing. It's got a couple of things I don't like about it, but it is early release, so we got to give him time. Give him time to fix it and address it. So, if you don't like being run over by Death Dealer Ray, Schneil is a must-have. Schneil basically makes Death Dealer Ray no longer a first-pick unit. He makes him a 4th, 5th pick unit in RTA, at best. If Schneil's on the field, you can't play Ray. It's very, very difficult. I wouldn't say you can't. You could go full aggro and just try to burst the enemy down and just have Ray not do his things. But that requires a very, very strong pivot, and that your opponent doesn't counter your pivot as well. But he is the hardest counter to Ray we've ever had. So that's nice. He makes a really, really nice full auto team for quick battles. I would not do a 69 to 106 round auto battle, anything other than quick battle. But if you're looking for a good quick battle, that's pretty good. He's really great here. He does not work in Jewel Leaf Council because Jewel Leaf Council doesn't use Venom. It uses a special, it's got a special name. It's the same icon, but it's called like a Plague or something like that. So Schneil won't dispel that. He does work in Earth Expedition, but not super well. Moon Bunny sorta counters DDR. No, she doesn't. She just keeps him from pressing the S3. He just presses S2, and then everybody kills Moon Bunny, and then he presses S3. It was the same issue with Dragon King Sharoon, right? She works really, really well at stopping him from pushing his S3. Schneil stops him from pushing anything. He can S2, but as soon as he gets around to doing any S1s, it's over for him. If Moon Bunny and Sharoon truly countered Ray, Ray wouldn't be first pickable, and he's very first pickable. This guy makes Ray not first pickable. Kind of late to ask, but how is Fireflan for PVE? Any uses yet? I use her in Golem farming. She's really, really, really good there. I've seen people use her in the Earth Expedition, but she's not as good as Kana. I'm sure there's a boatload of Abyss floors and stuff she could be used on. I think a really, really good tank. Like if we ever get the if we get the auto tower again, where you can have the shoot, what's it called? The one where when they hit the tank unit, they take fixed damage back. Get that one. I want to try putting her in the back and like Eaton in the front, and just turning Eaton's skills off. I bet she'd be insane there, especially like on Bloodstone. So yeah, she's definitely got uses. I don't know if she's got meta uses, but she's got uses in PvE. So there you go. All by himself, he cleared Banshee. It wasn't fast, but if you don't have a billion, if you don't have a billion stamina to burn through, and it's not a buff event, you're not burning leafs, that's a nice one to run in the background, because you can set that up to run in the background, and you can set it up to run with 3 friendship heroes, and that's kind of huge. It's the only hunt I'm aware of where you can friendship farm 3 units at the same time. So like I can sort by friendship. So like I can do Hua Young, I can do Lua, and I can do... Who else do I have? Do other Lua. Set it to this, start. And just quick battle in the background. And now I'm friendship farming while I'm farming Banshee. The second most important hunt to farm. It's huge, guys. You can do it with Falcon or Clury, but you have to build an insane Falcon or Clury. This is not an insane Schneil. You either need to build an insane Falcon or Clury, or you need to run Falcon or Clury with Christie, and now you're only friendship farming 2 units. And Schneil is a lot faster than Flurry. They're both dog slow, but Schneil is a lot faster than Flurry because of that 12k pop damage. You actually chews through the boss pretty quickly. But is he a must pull? No. Everything he does, other units already do. He's only a must pull if you struggle against Death Dealer Ray in RTA. That's it. If that's you, if what I just described there is you, he's a must pull. Otherwise, he's a very, very strong, very, very good unit. And if you want to wait till closer to the end of his banner to see what's coming next, that's great. If you're worried that you aren't going to have enough Sky Stones to or bookmarks to pull Lolly Senya, and somehow that unit's something you want, if you think a collab's coming and you want to save your resources, you do you. But he is one of the better RGB units we've gotten now. He shines most in Banshee, Killing Ray, and Hall of Trials, and he is meta in that. Does he replace Ray and Rift? Oh, God. I can't do it while Hunt's up. Does he just... Question would be, does he replace Bernard in Rift? So we would be doing what? Bologna and Vivian and Schneil. He does better than Bernard. I actually tested it. What was your team set? Tell me what your team was and we'll try it. Schneil, Vivian, Bologna, Wukong. Okay. So like this, eh? Okay, so we gotta fix the controllers. Are you RC? You're RC21, I assume. So Ranger Hero using attack targets to all allies. That's a good one. I think we use this one. Warrior Hero is not in the front. Thief Hero in the back. When there's one Knight Hero on the team. Okay, we'll do this. We'll leave Wukong in the front. Targets all enemies. I think we're going to need the healing one, though, because Schneil's not going to heal. Yeah, so I think we do a setup like this. Put Wukong up here. Stop this nonsense. I'm not sure if these units are geared. We'll see. Damn. Cleanse and immunity right out of the gate. No injury damage. And then this heals up. Yeah. If you want to farm Rift, this looks like a lot easier. What kind of monster names their child Schneil? Same kind of monster names their child Vildred. They went, you know what would be a lovely name for our son? Let's combine Vile and Dread into the perfect baby name. That'll end well, I'm sure. No Wukong, sadly. Let's see if we can figure out a team that doesn't use Wukong then for you. Name my son Abyssal Tyrant Kraken. Nice. Carrot as a name is pretty up there. Pretty sure it's a nickname, right? She's not actually named Carrot. Okay, so that would have full cleared if these were in any way, shape, or form optimized for this fight. Okay, no Wukong, huh? Let's look at our fragments and see what options we got. So... Okay, we'll use that one. Take care, Jack. You have a good one, buddy. I think I need Bologna on Bloodstone for this. Yeah, without Bloodstone, this is going to be a little rough. Eclair is the name of a French pastry. I went to school with a girl named Chandra Lear. Her parents were assholes. I think this team with Schneil on a better artifact for healing and Bologna on Bloodstone, this team could be functional too. It's standing toe-to-toe pretty good, and I think Bloodstone would keep up with the healing. Is it worth having 2 copies of Schneil's artifact? I don't know. Do you have any Guardian Ice Crystals? If you have Guardian Ice Crystals, then I don't think so. If you don't have any Guardian Ice Crystals, though, I might pick up 2 of them. It just sounded like Chandelier, right? Chandelier. Okay, guys, I tell you what, you've talked me into it. I'll see if I can put out a new updated Rift guide that's got the new units in it. Try to walk everybody through the different levels. It's very difficult for me to do an objective Rift guide because I'm already at RC 21, And I can, of course, poison the fragments so that the fragments don't do anything for me, but I'm still going to have this 80% increase to damage that you guys aren't going to have just starting out. But as to whether or not Rift is worth getting into now, this late in the game, you should get into it just for the season rewards. Because look at these rewards, guys. Mola, mod boxes, blue boxes, gold transmits, piles of gold transmits, selection chests. The rewards here are sick. And you should do it, if anything, just to get the battle pass done. And you've got 2 months. It should take you about 4 weeks to be able to clear this with just normal stamina usage. Do you think Wukong is solo from Lift Level 1? Absolutely not. What lets Wukong solo is this fragment right here. At the start of the battle, when there's no Soul Weaver, grants immunity to all allies. This keeps Wukong from being hit with the Plague, or with Venom, and keeps his HP from dropping down to 50%, and that's what gets him one shot. So if you don't have this fragment, you can't solo with Wukong. But you can run this one here, where if a warrior's in the front, heals everybody, and this lets Wukong be your Soul Weaver, and then you can build a good solid DPS team around him. Schneil for the cleansing, Bologna for the defense breaks. You can also run Green Auden for the defense breaks. Vivian can be a damage dealer and an immunity spammer. There's lots of ways to you can't do it with immunity set. Immunity set wears off after round 1, and then you start eating them. This is permanent immunity. It never goes away. Here, let me show you. With this fragment, he gets a permanent, undispellable immunity that never goes away. And that's what lets it be successful. If he doesn't have that immunity, without that immunity, he gets run over. See what I mean? Pop, and it's over for him. So you gotta have that rift for Wukong to solo, so that you can maintain the immunity and not get run over. And you unfortunately don't get that fragment until RC21. Now, he's still really, really, really good, and he can help you clear for sure, but you aren't soloing until you unlock this fragment at RC21. And for those of you who are just doing this for the Battle Pass, you can usually get the Battle Pass right around RC 15 to 17. Yeah, they're aware of that, Pokaduke, that the share feature is not currently working. Where is it? That the share button doesn't appear here. They're working on fixing that. Yeah, there's no share button here to share it with your guild chat either. But it is a pre-release. Doesn't even appear on the gear. Yeah, see, it's missing entirely. Okay, the CMs are saying the coupon code and ads section is a Google feature. However, we will ask if they can implement the coupon code section. Note that this is a pre-release, so certain features will still be rolling out over time. Like the share button, I assume. You can't see people's builds on reviews. Let's see. Journal. Wrong button. Yeah. Hang on. Let me try getting there from within the unit. Okay, I got it reported, guys. Hey Tristan, for some reason I can't manage to install the stove launcher. Has anyone else gotten the same issue? The web event's gone from the phone. Yeah, the web event's just not currently being run. Let me ask. Can anyone shed some light on the web event? It's gone from all platforms. Is this intentional or an oversight? Okay, I asked him about the web event. It's kind of weird that it's down, but I think it's just an oversight. Hey Tristan, what team did I use for Queen Labyrinth? Let's see here. Queen Labyrinth. Let's see. Biblis. Tamarin. Hey, thanks for the follow, buddy. Welcome to the Wolf Pack.
Presenting odd pieces.
Hey, Lord Kanzel, thank you so much for the sub, buddy. I appreciate it. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's right. That moment I have to check my own freaking videos to remember how I did things. And for a damage dealer, we've got a lot of options for a damage dealer. Oh, you can pay with PayPal now, Biako? Oh shit, time to start making some cards, buddy. Okay, so we've got a lot of options here. What would be the best for our damage dealer? We could use Auden, but there's some RNG with Auden. She could just get hit. We could use Landy. Landy drops a lot of damage, but she's not the tankiest girl in the world, though she does give some mitigation. That could be nice. We could use Abyssal Euphine, but I use Abyssal Euphine on other aspects. I think my favorite for this position could be Lone Crescent Bologna. Standard TAM, 105 and 200. It's kind of required for this. If you don't have 105 effectiveness and 200 ER, it's going to be risky. And other than that, other than the 105, 200, just build her with some bulk and some speed. Enough that she can survive the hits. As for an artifact, she certainly does not need that. I like her on Magahara's Tome to cycle her skills. But you could also run her on a healing artifact or an ER artifact, something to get her ER up, perhaps. You could also run her on Prophetic Candlestick. She's going to take a lot of hits, so Candlestick cycles her well, too. Shadow Knight Pillis just needs 6 pieces of gear. You want her to be tanky enough to take some hits. 85% effectiveness isn't really necessary because she's just going to be there to reduce the incoming damage. Where is it? It's actually it's in her skill tree, isn't it? Decreases damage suffered by 30% when it's a counterattack, dual attack, or extra attack. That's her entire purpose, is survivability. Now you could run Hostile as well. Hostile will speed it up, but she's only a 25% reduction, so I think Shadow Knight Pillis is just more stable than Hostile for this. Bologna, just run a full damage Bologna. I like her on Sigurds to keep her healthy. You could try her on Daydream Joker to speed it up, but I'm going for stability over speed. She doesn't need to be on a counter set. It could be a destruction set, lifesteal set, speed set, however your Bologna's built. As long as she's got a little bit of bulk and some damage. She's our principal damage dealer for this. Bologna can totally be replaced with just about any other damage dealer. Probably the biggest free-to-play option would be to run Savior Auden. But you do have a little bit of a risk with Savior Auden, because she can get hit and killed. And Biblis really ties it all together. If you don't have Biblis, you can try Rowana. It's going to greatly slow it down, because Biblis, unlike Rowana, Biblis doesn't just heal. She heals, strips, and defense breaks. And that trifecta makes her so perfect for this. But if you don't have her, you don't have her. She should be coming back soon, and you can go ahead and try Rowan in its place. Oh yeah, retraction. You can't use Daydream Joker against the queen. So yeah, you could put her on a damage artifact if she's on lifesteal, but this works fine. And Guardian doesn't matter because you're just going to full auto it, right? Thanks for the hydrate. Yeah, if you'll notice under the queen, she is immune to damage proportional to the target's max health. That means Daydream Joker, and then people like Bologna and Soul, their passives don't work. This is why you need a little bit of meat on Tamarin's bones. You need to make sure she survives all of this BS that's blasting into her long enough that she can use her S3. And then she's able to do this. That's hilarious. Reddit's crazy, man. I'm still a little under the weather. I think after we kill Queen, we're going to wrap it up. There's the strip because she's got 105% effectiveness. Then you just start beating the Queen down. Is it better to farm all arena equipment before getting the charms? Is it better to farm all the arena equipment before getting the charms? I think some of the arena equipment's really, really good. You just got to look at it and see if the equipment fits your needs. If you're low on equipment, some of the arena equipment's really good. Some of it's kind of not so good. I think it just depends on the needs of your account, what you're trying to gear. See that right there? See how it stripped and defense broke the Queen? That's what makes Biblis so good for this. Why can't you quick battle NPC Arena? Because Smilegate just wants us to suffer. What can I say? It should beat the mobs on the way to Queen. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't. It's got all the things you need. It's got a healer, a damage dealer, and a defense breaker, and a knight. It's like the ideal standard combo. Oh, Byako's turning into a whale. Yeah, Max has got a good point on the arena gear. Some of them not so good. So look at the gear and decide, would I be able to use this piece of gear? And if so, you get it. I'll tell you what, we'll reverse it. We'll walk all the way back out with this team on auto, just to make sure. Huawei, I don't think you can travel to Japan on the client because you can't install Huawei in the launcher. So if you want to get the discounts through Huawei, you're still going to need an emulator. It's a whole ass other reason to keep your emulator handy. Yeah. I'll look into it, but I don't know that we can. Because the whole goal here is Smilegate wants you to use their platform, not somebody else's. I tell you though, Byako, being able to direct buy like that instead of having to like send the money to somebody else to have them buy the things for you, and you know, the losses and money transfer and everything, it might not be that different. I don't think I've ever had this team fail. It's pretty consistent. I'm not saying that it couldn't. I'm just saying I don't think it ever has. How is switching accounts for those of us with multiples? It looks like every time that you close the game, it asks you to log in again. So you would just need to select the second account. I assume it wouldn't be that hard. Now, if you had it set up easy, like you had, you know, one instance of LD player had one account and another instance had the other account, and you had both of them, you know, so you could click either one to log in both of them, you're not going to have that functionality anymore. But it should just be a matter of going into settings, clicking log out, and then clicking log in and selecting the new account, right? You wish E7 would just be in Steam? Yeah, but I get why they're not, right? I get they want to have their own ecosystem to try to get people to play their other games. You know, Chaos Zero Nightmare is going to be in there too. A lot of people are discovering some Smilegate stuff they didn't even know existed because of the launcher, and that's kind of what they want. There we go. Queen dead. Easy as that. So I would assume all you need to do is you go up here, you hit this button, and you go to... where is this freaking sign out? Okay, maybe you don't. Maybe you just go to the lobby, you hit escape. Hang on. Hit escape. Trio quit the game. Yes, quit the game. And then, what's under settings here? Scan and repair, manage. Okay, so we click play again. And if your account's listed here, you select it. If your account's not listed here, how do we sign out? I guess you have to do it over here on the client side, right? Yeah, we have to sign out on the stove. So you'll have to log out here and then log in to the account that's tied, or make an account that's tied to the other account. A little bit more of a pain in the ass, right? You can't just do it here. You gotta do it here. How is the app working? Flawlessly. I wouldn't say flawlessly. There's plenty of flaws, but it's early release, so there's lots of bugs and stuff that they're working on. But it's super clean and fast. Super clean and fast. Hey, Baka, are you still here? Did you see this team? Did you see this team? Pretty crazy. I can't use it on revenge though. Hang on, I gotta find somebody who has this defense. There we go. This defense that we all hate, right? It requires significantly less resources than LD player and BlueStacks, yes. Got Ross bacon in the oven for a while there. Check this out. "93 turns." Yeah, Rowana buys enough time for Schneil to start full stacking. It takes forever, but it's been a pretty consistent way to deal with that LRK defense. You ever tried the Google Play Beta? Yeah, hated every second of it. Garbage emulator. I'm just kidding. Some people really like it, but I did not. It crashed in RTA constantly for me. It locked me out of doing a lot of the things that I wanted to do. It was smooth and clean and fast, but I just didn't like it as much. I'm very curious if Smoggate's going to continue to support it, or if they're going to try to move people away from that and onto this. I wonder if that's the direction we head. Let me see, do we have anything new from the... Okay, nothing from the CMs yet about the missing web event. 100% they're throwing it away? Maybe. Depends if they got any kind of agreement with them or not. Yeah, Biako, I don't know. I'll talk to my guys over there. Unless they have an APK way of getting it in here, I don't think you can do it. I don't think you'll be able to do it at all. I don't know. I don't know, Gaius. We all thought we would have Wretched Rose out by now, but she's kind of getting the Brenus treatment with being totally ignored. Man, I want Brenus instead of Kana. Kana's cute. I want Kana back on my stool over here. I specifically didn't pull, or specifically pulled on the Kana banner so that I could leave Kana in the connection heroes so that I could have her sitting on the stool. I want Tamarin, Kana, and Camilla to rotate sitting on the stool. Pretty up my lobby. My lobby kind of feels vacant without them sitting over here. I'm using a multi-screen setup and the game kind of bleeds into the display next to it on full screen. Wait a minute. Give me a second here. It does. Only like by like maybe 1 or 2 pixels, but yeah, it does slightly bleed into it, doesn't it? I got no way of showing you guys what I'm seeing, but on my second monitor, there's just a very slim line that when I take it in and out of full screen, I can see it, but it is there. Let me see if I can, let me see if I can show it to you this way. So, here's a screenshot. Oh, damn it, computer. Screenshot it. How do I do this? I'm having trouble screenshotting it because it pulls me over onto the other monitor. Okay, we'll just do a full screenshot. Here we go. Screenshots. Can you see how it's just ever so slightly bleeding over onto this monitor so that this monitor is showing just this line going up the side? It's really, really slight, and you don't notice it until you look for it. Now I'll notice it forever. But he is right. It is it is bleeding from one monitor to the next. It's not that big of a deal, but there you go. It's very annoying when they're animations because it flashes. Yeah, you have to open something full screen on the other monitor to overlap it, but yeah, oh my god, but as soon as you click on it, it's back. Ugh. Let me see if I can get it caught this way. Almost. That get it? Ugh, God, it's really hard to see. But you see the difference there? See how the full screen is bleeding over onto the oh, what happened there? Yeah, can you guys see it? So, and that's going to flicker and flash every time I do an animation. This is the very left side edge of my second monitor. I'll send this up. I gotta figure out how to explain this to them. It's hard to show in a screenshot. I was barely able to catch that. "2 weeks and you won't notice it?" You say that. Now I can't unsee it. Yeah, the border is going to the second monitor. Well, it's more than just the border, because animation makes a flicker, so it is spillover. Tuo Oxe, thank you for the sub, buddy. And Lord Kanzel, I think I missed your prime earlier. Thank you for the sub. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you for the support. Alright, guys. I'm going to wrap it up here, send you somewhere else. I need to make a couple of videos and do a couple of reports on this, so thank you all for being here and helping me be lucky with Schneil. It's nice to get lucky on a Thursday morning. Let's see, who is streaming right now? Okay, is Schneil killing DDR? Has he truly removed DDR from the game? You guys can go check out Elfmage and find out. He is fighting a DDR with Schneil locked in right now. I think this guy is giga cooked. No more web events? We don't know. I have asked him about it. I haven't gotten an answer back yet. Once I find out, I will put out a post to let everybody know. Show me, Elfmage. Show me how good he is. I suspect they'll be back, Gray Fox. I think it's just an oversight. Oh, you know what? If he seals Schneil, if he gets a seal on Schneil, then he can press buttons on DDR. But Elfmage is going to be able to cleanse. Because she's got her S3. Oh, she doesn't have her S3 because he reset her. Oh, damn. It didn't work out the way he expected it to. So Knockwall is the counter to the counter that counters DDR. Brutal. Alright, guys. Go say hi to Elfmage. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Have a good one, Epic 7.